live from a garage in West St. Paul, the Brothers in Arms Podcast. Episode 1. We're doing it, man. We're doing it.
I can't believe it.
Woo!
Feels good.
Cool.
So tonight we have one mic because the cable of the second mic apparently doesn't work out of the box from the kit that I bought from Guitar Center. Yep. I blame Guitar Center 100%.
We weren't fixing it tonight.
No, too much.
We got to bring it to the people.
It's too much. So we have, this is a new podcast we're starting. We are excited, and my battery's almost dead on that. Yes. Already.
Wow.
We fully charged that thing, and it's already almost dead. So this is a new podcast we are starting. This is my brother-in-law, Josh, and I'm Robert. And so we decided we wanted to be Brothers in Arms. I think that's a pretty cool, fitting name for us.
It's self-explanatory. Just a couple of brothers, playing with little army men.
Yep, exactly. And we have arms.
And we have arms to paint.
Yeah, we paint our arms.
Shout out if you don't have arms. Sorry.
That's our full demographic. It's just non-armed men.
Well, they're out there.
You're talking about weapons, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can see, but we do have the Indomitus Box. We are very excited about it. I haven't played 40K in a while.
So long. So long. We've been venturing in other games, and what better time to come back around to something with the launch of a new box set, a new edition of rules to go along with said box set, some awesome new models. So we're gonna get to that a little bit later here. First, let's do some formalities a little bit. And, Robert, why don't you tell me about yourself a little bit? Maybe your gaming history and things of that nature.
My name is Robert. I like long walks on the beach with any type of miniature. I prefer Malifaux miniatures, actually. Those are probably one of my favorite styles of miniature.
Those are nice miniatures.
40K, I like 40K a lot. I don't like the long gameplay of 40K. That's the problem.
That was an issue in the past for us.
Big time. Yeah. Our 7-hour games we ended drunk. We never ended the game. We just ended drunk. Yeah. But yeah,
it ended us, really.
So yeah, that's I like miniatures. I build terrain for a living. I pretty much, my life revolves around terrain at this point. I don't play at all anymore. So, especially because of COVID-19, it's very difficult to play because of COVID.
It's so tough.
What about you?
We are not properly socially distanced right now.
We are 100% not.
That's all right.
And I am a fucking psychopath, and I'm just like trying not to breathe in the air that you're breathing out. But I'm
gonna tell you this: whatever you got, I got, and vice versa, for more than one reason. My name's Josh. I'm Robert's brother-in-law, though I prefer just the brother part. We'll stick with that. I've been gaming for a long time. Probably started picking up miniature war games in my teens. And then I've continued the hobby and all the subsequent hobbies and offshoot hobbies that come with that, including Magic the Gathering, the staples that exist in that industry, I suppose. But
Magic for sure.
I'm a pizzaman. I'm a proud father of 2 children and 2 dogs, one of them being a Doberman.
2 bastard children.
They're good kids. Better dogs. Good kids, though. It was time. We've been cooped up. This whole COVID-19 thing's been just absolutely wild, man. But it's time for... we haven't been spending the time... that we are accustomed to together,
Yeah.
So it's good, man. Good to reconnect with you here, and good to put it on film, put it on some audio, and do this thing. So I'm really excited for what we can do here with this.
We have a lot of things to introduce to you guys. lot of terrain. We want to do some different style stuff too. We're gonna paint minis while we podcast. We're gonna build terrain when we podcast. We might play games in podcast. Different styles. So like, yes, you'll be able to listen to us, but if you want to watch, you can too. And there's something worth watching. Tonight is just a opening here, but we'd like to bring in more of a viewing entertainment as well. Plus, it's something to hobby too.
Yeah, absolutely. I know anytime I'm getting my hobby on, painting some miniatures, putting some things together, building decks even, and anything like that. It's always nice to toss something on, especially related to possibly what I've got my hands on at the moment there. So here we are doing the thing. So
yeah, let's start this thing off with... So obviously we got the introductions out of the way. Josh has some nicknames he wants to go over, I think.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? Like, we're gonna build this thing organically, or we are gonna force this shit. So, either way, maybe anyone's got any feedback on this, but one of the main 40K Primarchs, right? Was he a Primarch? Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Robert Robet. Gulliman. I mean, I got Robert Core Gulliman can right here, right? That'll work. Oh. So, wing and a miss. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Bobby Bathrobes. I don't even. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
The alliteration is so good.
So good.
I feel like you're the dude when I say that. You're like the dude of wargaming.
It's so fitting because how fat I am. Like, and I only drink White Russians. So
it works. It just
it
works.
really does.
Or Lost Bob. Did we mention that you build terrain for a living?
Yes, a little bit.
For who?
For my company is called Line of Sight Terrain, or Lost for short. You can find me on Etsy, or we have www.lineofsightterrain.com, or you can check us on Facebook as well, Instagram. Do have a Twitter, but I only check Twitter for COVID-19 updates and what Donald Trump is doing. Because he's a psychopath and it's really fun to watch. So, that's pretty much it for Line of Sight Terrain. But yeah, if you ever need anything or you want any commission pieces, it's a lot of fun. I guess that's our sponsor for tonight. Hey! Our sponsor for tonight is Line of Sight Terrain because they bought everything. Woo! And it's nice.
Appreciate it, Line of Sight.
Yeah. They're a good company.
Big ups.
They have health care. They don't have health care. They pay me minimum wage, which is nice. Just below.
Hey,
just below minimum wage.
There's something to that. So we're gonna soft land on Bobby Bathrobes for now.
Okay.
I like that quite a bit.
Me too.
I feel like I got more in the tank for some of those nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
Nicknames probably don't stick very well whenever you give them to yourself, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
You got a couple good ones.
I got a couple good ones.
Spoiler alert, we did go over these.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. And a secondary spoiler alert.
We're going to be drinking some rum during the show.
We're going to drink some rum, You
got a cup?
We're in high spirits. I had a cup.
We're not sharing. We don't share the bottle because of COVID-19.
Look at us being responsible.
We have fans. There's proper ventilation. We are not 6 feet, and we are not wearing masks.
It's weird because it doesn't look like 6 feet. I'm actually 3 feet tall, and I'm about 8 feet in front of Robert right now. It's something we learned off the making of the Lord of the Rings DVDs. So the old Gandalf in the wagon trick right there. This is the hard part when we cheers,
Cheers.
Nailed it.
She's a Gandalf whacking off.
Yep.
Nice.
Sure did. Speaking of Gandalf, that is a nickname I want to give myself.
Gandalf?
Young Gandalf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your boy, Young Gandalf.
Young Gandalf.
AKA, spoiler alert on this one too, Necron Josh, which is going to lead us back later to the Indomitus box that can't wait. But
everybody's here for. Everyone
that's
is
why
here
you're
for the
here.
Indomitus box.
That's why you're here.
You've heard it.
You either hate Robert, you hate me, or you're here for the Indomitus box.
Absolutely.
You hate listening
Yeah.
one way or the other, or you're here for the Indomitus box info. Or Doberman Daddy Doberman. So again, I cannot be any more proud than I am of this guy. That's Quentin the Doberman.
Look at that.
So look out for this guy at the dog park, ladies, because boy's got, or fellas, you know. He's got eggs in the basket, if you know what I'm saying. We're going to breed that boy.
Are you really?
Oh.
So I have a miniature Chihuahua, and he's got a Doberman, and we're going to breed them.
We're going to breed them.
They're both boys.
They're both boys.
But I don't think it matters.
It doesn't. No. Not with...
They're not related.
Not with technology. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. We're more related than they are.
Absolutely.
Well, something's going to stick there, but at least we'll give
like
him some
Doberman
nickname.
Dad.
You like Doberman Dad?
Yeah, that's my
All right,
favorite.
cool.
Oh, wait. Doberman Dad?
Hey! We did it. And I already have the shirt, so
Yeah, I mean, it's
it works.
no brainer.
Cool.
Plus, you have an entire back piece of 57 Dobermans, 9 of which are recreating the scene of Jesus' Last Supper.
Yep. With a little Judas Doberman in there somewhere.
That's Gimli.
That's Gimli. That's Gimli.
My miniature Chihuahua is Judas.
How good of a name is that? Gimli the Chihuahua. I love
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
long haired too.
He is and he's ridiculous. He's pissing all over my house, just constantly now.
That
I
boy's
don't know
got
what it is.
he's got eggs in his basket too, though.
He's ready. He's
got
ready
two
to
brains.
pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
He waits till I fall asleep and then I don't know what he does. He goes into my Mines of Moria.
Cave trolley dug too deep. Oh man. All right, we kid. But well, you know, shall we move on here?
Yeah, I think we should hop into the box. I'm excited.
Let's hop into the box.
So, Josh and I we were either going to wait till the podcast to open it up, or we were going to open it up previous to the podcast and then talk about it.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't wait. So we got it, how many days early?
Enough.
11 days early?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Wow.
We're almost like reviewers of the Indomitus Box.
This is the most official I've ever felt. I've
Pretty
literally
badass.
never felt like an adult at
Yeah.
any point in my life.
We stole this, by the way. Some
It's-
old lady bought it for her child or grandchild or something, and we saw her beat the fuck out of her and took this box. I mean, there was blood. We wiped a lot of blood off
We
it.
cleaned up after ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, I think she was all right. Whatever.
She'll be fine.
Yeah. But we got the box.
We got the box. We got the box.
So, yeah, we decided on who's going to play who. And I think Josh already spoiled it a little earlier, but originally I was going to play, or I play Necrons. I don't play Necrons.
You've assembled and played a few games with Necrons in the past.
I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of Necrons. This new sculpt is cool as hell. They're just too uniform, which is what they are. They're uniform. They're Terminators, essentially.
Yeah.
T2, And they're cool, but actually, I have one of my
Oh yeah.
Necrons right here.
Now, if I remember right, that was from the Start Collecting box.
Yes.
That we all kind of started with, so many odd years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a fun build. Like, everybody complained about how the Necrons were a huge pain in the ass to put together. I mean, they are, but that's one of my favorite parts about miniatures is putting the miniatures together. Even if they're a pain in the ass. I bought fucking skeletons from Warlords, and they were the most difficult thing I've ever put together in my life.
Yikes.
Every bone you have to assemble, and I quit putting them together.
Yeah.
We played Frostgrave, and those skeletons, first of all, my daughter broke half of them just by touching them. My 2-year-old, just touching them, they turned to dust. But I mean, they're just so fragile, but they were so cheap. So cheap. It was like 90 skeletons for like
Sure.
27.
The value's there. The bang
Yeah,
for the buck
absolutely.
is there. Having miniatures on the table,
Absolutely.
goes a long way. But you're not playing Necrons, though.
No.
So
I'm playing Space Marines.
with all that being said, yeah, you're gonna play Space Marines.
And I've never ever played Space Marines. I've never purchased Space Marines until I purchased. Well, I have one around here. It's a chaplain. I just bought him about a week ago, I think. And I called Josh the day I bought him, and he goes, "We're getting the Indomitus box, right?" And I was like, "I guess we are, yes." So, I bought the chaplain, and then it turns out there's a chaplain in the box.
There's a chaplain in the box.
I have two of
now
them.
you got 2 chaplains.
Can you play 2?
You bet. I think there's a rule of 3.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, there's a rule
here's right here. Oh, no. Yeah, there is. How much points is he?
They don't list the points. They list the power.
Power.
Yeah. Which is just another way of another unit of measurement for,
Just to be clear,
open play.
I'm very not familiar with 40K. I've played a lot of Age of Sigmar, a ton of Age of Sigmar. Nurgles. Josh is an Orcman.
Orcman?
He's an Orcman. He's a pizzaman and an Orcman. And by the way, when he says he's a pizzaman, he works at a local pizza shop, and it is now almost a franchise. It's been growing like crazy.
It's growing.
And I used to work there too.
Used to work there too.
I actually got Josh his job.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
He got me my wife.
Yeah. His wife is my sister. So, yeah, he owes the fuck out of me.
That's crazy.
So we'll take another shot for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what are you playing, Josh?
Well, I'm gonna take the other half of the box and just fall on those Necrons. I was torn. I feel like I probably could have talked Bobby out of those Space Marines if I really wanted to. Bobby bathrobes.
You honestly, you were like, okay, do you want to play the Space Marines or Necrons? And I was like, I kind of want Space Marines. You're like, good, I want Necrons. And then the next conversation we had like a day later, you're like, do you really want to play the Space Marines? And I'm like, yeah, why? And you're like, okay, I'll stick with Necrons. And I was like, I don't
You just seem like such a Necronious fella.
Honestly, the new Sculpt is awesome. They're great. I would totally play them.
Here's the deal. I've played Blood Angels before.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to branch out into something new.
I was gonna say though, but your common, I feel like everything you've played in 40. Well, I guess like I said, we haven't played a lot of 40K. I'm always Nurgle, always. I have everything Nurgle you can think of.
Yeah.
I even have this big bad boy that I still have not painted yet.
Wow.
And pieces are falling off. Oh no! Look at that.
How did you detail that spider web on this thing right here, man?
It's old cum. But yeah, that's Mortarion. He is just. It's been about what, 3 years?
That may have been what retired me from 40K for a while.
That was it. Yeah, that was the last of my
trying
buys.
to kill that thing with orcs. That was not a good plan.
Yeah, and instead of one-upping, because that's how we play. I mean, that's how you play any fucking game, is you either play until you get beat, and then you one-up, or you quit.
Yeah.
And that's how every time...
Yeah, move on to another game.
Yeah,
all right, I'm going to be the first one of this game, get the best at it, get all my friends into it, beat their ass.
Yeah. Real quick, let's go to a sponsor. We're gonna Line of Sight Terrain is sponsoring this video or this podcast, so we're gonna go to that real quick, and we'll be right back.
Has this ever happened to you? How about this? What about this? Well, look no further, friends. Line of Sight Terrain has got your back. Just a quick purchase from your phone, home computer, or laptop, and you'll be right as rain. A delivery will be showing up on your doorstep within a couple days. And you'll be ready to play games with your friends, D&D all night, or just make a really cool diorama.
We're back. So
And we're back.
ooh.
Wow. Welcome.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was a good one. All right. Oh, you know what? A celebratory starting back up after the battery died. Shut.
Wow.
Wait, listen.
A trickling stream on a fresh spring morning.
Trickling brown stream.
Wow.
This is exactly the consistency and color of my piss.
Holy cow.
Oh, are we going to cash this?
We did it.
I think this is it.
Unbelievable.
This was our 7th bottle tonight. Yeah. We did it.
Look at us.
Cheers. Okay, here we go. Last one.
This is how we do it.
All right. Oh,
You know what I'm chasing it with?
Caffeine.
Coffee, baby. Coffee.
All right. So we're just about to get into the box of Indomitus before my camera died, or before we took a sponsorship break. Yeah. So what do you want to talk about? Let's talk about this. So I'm Space Marines, obviously. You're Necrons.
Yeah. Can I elaborate on that just a little bit more?
Absolutely.
So,
You know what? I decided no.
let me stop you right there. I've never, Bobby was talking earlier about how he's played the Necrons before, and I always kind of observed with a longing eye.
Josh and I never played together. He always waited from the other room while I set up all of my guys and his guys.
Yep.
I played for both.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable.
It worked for us.
I always won.
Yeah, that
which
way
was
you
nice.
win. So, I always like the models. I guess a part of me likes the fact you were maybe listing as a con to some degree that they are so uniform.
Yeah.
I'm looking to paint an army in a couple days. I'm
this
at that
point
point
in age.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. I'm at that point where I want to play the game.
Yeah.
I want to play the game and I want to get this thing painted and game on. You know, that's what I'm looking to do with this.
Well,
so that's
and
a
these
big
new
turn
ones
on
are
to me.
what? Snap Fit.
They're snap fit.
Which I haven't. So we opened the box. I gave Josh all the Necrons, the book, a bunch of other shit that was in there. I took the Space Marines. I jetted home, and I had a bunch of other stuff to do. So I haven't even looked at my miniatures at all. And he was taking a look at them. What do you think?
I think they look fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, and you care about the Indomitus Box things, you probably know how these things look. You probably gaindered at them a little bit yourself. The miniatures are fantastic.
Yeah.
Games Workshop pretty much always delivers, especially with the 40K line.
Oh yeah, 40K is their best.
They crush it. They crush it. There is a lot of uniformity to the look, and I kind of like that. Like that. It does get a little tedious in the painting process, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get out the lead belcher.
I mean,
spray can and go to town. Put some washes on. I'm gonna go green. And start highlighting some blades.
Well, before that, do you green stuff every miniature? Do you shave green stuff?
Okay, shave, yes. Green stuff on bigger miniatures, but I've green stuff less than a dozen miniatures.
I agree. Me
lifetime.
too. Yeah, same here.
Call it lazy. Call it. I don't know. I just don't have enough experience with it, maybe. But I'm just ready to kind of hit the thing and get going.
And that's honestly how we play every game.
Yeah.
Every game we play is, oh shit, we got to go spend $7,000 in a week, and then we got to buy everything we can from it, and then put it together as fast as we can, paint it as fast as we can. Who can paint it the fastest? I always paint it the fastest. My paint jobs are not the greatest. Josh spends a year and a half on a single model.
Way too long. But also not the greatest. I mean, I will take more time.
Yeah, right. But your miniatures definitely...
They're all right.
You see the blood, sweat, and tears put into it. Mine, I speed paint the fuck out of. I speed paint like crazy.
But you've got a table-ready army in a couple days.
Probably the best speed painting I've done is my bolt action. Bolt action guys, Nazis.
For sure.
Those are the
Germans.
Germans. Sorry. The Germans. It's funny because I just went to a game store. I was at this game store and they were like, I built this big bolt action table, 6 foot by 4 foot, huge bolt action table.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things I've ever built.
We put a still in right there in that pause. That's what that was. We're putting a still in so everyone to see. Okay.
And I went to this game store. I brought it. There was some investors coming to town. They wanted to see this, what line of sight does. So I figured I'd bring my biggest and bestest stuff. So I brought the bolt action table. Had to cut it in half with my table saw that day. By the way, did I tell you that? I didn't tell you that. I cut the bolt action table in half.
Did not know that.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Actually, it worked totally fine.
Long ways or
short ways?
Yeah.
So it's 3 foot by 3 foot by 4 foot by 4
yeah.
foot. Set it up, everything ready to go. It's on It's on foam right now. Foam, so it's like the insulation foam, and it's on that. So it kind of curled a little bit after I cut it, but once I secure it to a board, it'll be totally fine.
Yep.
Brought it there, and I'm talking to the guys. The investors are there, and it's 3 Middle Eastern dudes from New York, and they're like, "Oh yeah, what do you got here, man? This looks really cool. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful." And I was like, "Oh, that's amazing. Thank you very much." And they're like, "Yeah, so what is this for?" And I was like, "Well, I built it for bolt action. It's like a World War II. I play the Nazis." I don't know how to say that without sounding offensive.
Yep. Yeah.
So the next word out of their words out of their mouth is, "Why are you the Nazis?" And I'm just like, well, they had this thing called Hitler's buzzsaw.
Oh my God. Dropped a hard H right after you said Nazis. Gee.
Like it's a really, really good squad. They win a lot. I don't know. Like Nazis, fuck Nazis, but they're really good to play with, I guess, in World War II scenarios. For the first part,
Yeah.
they suck ass in the
On
second
the battlefield, they had a lot of great ideas,
But then it went real cold real fast.
Yeah.
Right around 45, they kind of.
Oh man, I didn't know you had to chop that thing up, but
Yeah, it was fine. I cut through resin, cut through plaster, cut through the foam, everything. I mean, it's a table saw, so it beat the hell out of it, but it wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to chew it up a lot.
yeah.
Chew up the edges, so there's going to be a lot of fixing. I really had to do minor fixing. It was just, I painted the pink foam in the center just so it wasn't so pink anymore. And
That pink foam.
that pink center.
Wow.
But yeah, and then there's just a little bit of some flocking and some rocks and ready to go. Wasn't too bad.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're very excited about it. So, yeah.
Well, back to the Indomitus box set.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing, I'm gonna honk the horn. I'm gonna honk the horn a little bit.
It says everything needed to play.
Everything. You know the funny thing about that is, are there dice?
There's no fucking dice.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
Are
fair,
there?
there'd be like 57 dice in there.
This is not a starter set.
That's true.
This is not a starter
So
set.
I was just listening to Uncle Adam say his live stream. He was talking about this, and he calls it a starter set because it's the start of 9th edition. He keeps saying, he said that over and over and over, and I was like, this isn't a starter set.
Yeah.
It's not. And he's like, obviously he didn't say that to him
Right.
verbatim, but.
Right.
People kept typing in the chat. They're like, yeah, this is not a starter set. And he's like, it is. It's the start of 9th. I know it doesn't say starter box on it, but it technically, I guess it is.
Yeah, there's some semantics at work there. It's not a starter set. It's not a start collecting thing. It's not.
That's it. The
It's
start collecting box. Yeah, it's not that.
It's assuming that you have played 40K before, or
And
at
you have a
least
fucking set of
some-
dice.
Yeah. Some miniature wargaming at some capacity where you've got, tape measures, rulers, whatever
Yep.
you're using there.
God, that is one thing I've always wished we could change, is using a tape measure. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like the acrylic sticks of like, this is the Gaslands did it right. I like Gaslands. Gaslands
Templates.
really fucking did it
Templates.
right. Their templates are phenomenal. You can print them off, or you can get the acrylics, or you can buy from Etsy. There's so many options for it.
For sure.
I hate using a tape measure because I can never find the right one. I've used the sewing machine one where it's like
Oh, yeah.
the fucking loose snake style.
Oh, yeah, you bet.
Or there's the tight, nice little tiny ones.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
Those are okay.
Those are all right.
Might be the best ones.
But then you got that big fucking Stanleys. They're like,
Yeah.
really
Oh,
hard.
you bet.
And I'm always knocking miniatures over. I really wish there was a way to have a movement like D&D or something like that, where it was not like HeroClix, where I don't like the hexagon stuff.
You don't like a gridded map.
Honestly, I don't mind a gridded map. I really don't, as long as it's not a hexagonal. I don't know why. I don't like the hexagonal. You have the two D&D sided, like laminated.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always choose the regular, like crossed, laminated side instead of the hexagonal side. I don't know. I wish there was a different way to choose, because there's so much finicking. You know what I mean? Like you can always dick around, tap your models, and I always try and play the I always try and play the side of like, oops, I moved my model a little bit too far, and I always play it a little bit short, or I always play it like in the favor of the opponent rather than myself. And there's not a lot of guys out there that do that. So
there really isn't. You're quite the contrary. Really, it would be the opposite. There is a lot of opportunity for error. There's a lot of
and accidental cheating.
Rules lording where you've got people looking down and making sure your 6-inch measurement is 6 inches or whatever the range is that you're trying to do. That's definitely one of the pros of having a gridded system.
Is a millimeter cheating? You know what I mean?
Is a millimeter cheating?
Is a guy gonna call you out and you're gonna be like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, man. And then you feel shitty, because you're like, I accidentally did that. And then in their head, they're like, this guy's a fucking cheater.
Right.
And I hate that. I hate that about 40K. I really do. Like Age of Sigmar, 40K. When it gets to the skirmishes, it's not so crazy. I feel like, because you're not moving as many models. You're not moving like trays. You're not moving. I mean, you look at the back of this box. Let's do a quick.
Yeah.
Look at the back of this fucking box. It's insane. That's what you're playing with, and on the table, it's going to look glorious. You're going to have one of the coolest battle scenes of all time.
It looks so good.
But at the same time, moving those kits, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 10 models in one grouping. And we've played enough miniature games where I feel like 40K has it the worst in that situation, because bolt action, you have to be, what is it, an inch or you lose something, what the fuck is what's the rule in bolt action?
There's like a unit coherency, which
lose,
also there is, here, but
don't you in 40K, if you're farther away for a certain point, they like get lost?
Yeah, you gotta spin an action, trying to
regroup,
and
which is understandable. I totally get it. Like in a large scale war, you need to have your guys grouped up to win. But in a scenario like this, I remember playing Blight Knights, and it's like, I got 6 or however many I had in my group. I don't remember, but it was like that was my winning key. Like I hit those guys. I know I'm going to be rolling 47 dice and then I'm gonna re-roll on all ones, and I slough off any damage that's ones, so it's they live forever and they kill forever. And then that's it. That's their whole purpose, is this: you move them in a coherent quick succession until you get them to where they are. I watched not too long ago, right before, like pre-COVID, I watched this game between 2 guys, and it was Corey and another guy. Corey's my partner with Line of Sight Terrain. He was playing a game, and he was playing Corn. He won this like $2,000 army. It was pre-painted, everything. It was a raffle, and he won it. It was insane that he won.
You ever get a chance to buy a $5 raffle ticket at a convention? Sometimes that turns into a 2,000 point.
Yeah,
Corn army, right?
It was
Chaos Army. What was
huge
it? Yeah,
Chaos
it was
Army,
ridiculous.
And one of our buddies, Casey Holt, he's a commission painter here in Twin Cities.
Painter.
Really good painter, and he painted the whole thing for free just to help out the raffle. And it was for, I don't remember what the raffle was for, but it was for it was a Renegade tournament in the Twin Cities, and. Yeah, Corey won it, and he was trying to play it, and I think he lost like a bunch of times with it. But like I said, we don't play 40K that much. We're more.
Yet.
What is Corey? What game's Corey? Corey's Malifaux. Corey's hardcore Malifaux.
Corey's a Malifaux boy.
Yep, Corey's a Malifaux boy. What am I? What game? Bolt action. I'm bolt action for sure.
You're a bolt action guy?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
You think in your heart that you're a bolt action guy?
If I could, okay, how about this question? Yeah. If you could pick one miniatures game to play for the rest of your life, what game?
Middle or strategy battle game.
Really? Like Total War or like Battle Companies?
No, Battle Companies.
Yeah. Okay.
I do Battle Companies. Yep, I probably would.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I really wish so my dream is that they took the Battle Companies format and put it to every single miniatures game there is.
It's so good.
I fucking love RPGs, and I love leveling up my guys. I love spending the time and the dedication and the effort to create heroes. I love that. It's so good. It's so good.
That's probably been my favorite product from Games Workshop since I've been buying product from Games Workshop.
Speaking of, when is the first Games Workshop purchase?
What was it?
Which one you want? The Porter or the...
What was this? Well, you gave me this one, so I'm going to go with this one.
All right.
Look at the terrain. You should build this terrain on this.
We built that one for this woman who does sand therapy. We did a big mountain like that.
That's
I didn't
right.
do snow on it, but it was pretty cool. Had a big river. And
Cheers.
cheers, buddy.
Woo. My first Games Workshop purchase was the Two Towers starter set.
Middle-earth.
For Middle-earth. Well, at the time, it was the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game. I believe the year was 2002.
You would be mistaken. It was actually 2003.
Honestly, you may be right. I know. I was lingering on that. It may have been 03, but I'm pretty sure it was 02. It wasn't from a local gaming store. It was from a Barnes and Noble.
Oh,
I got a gift card. I got a gift card for my birthday for $50.
Miniatures?
They were selling that at the time. It was hot action.
Did they have like a section in the store?
I don't know. It was like somewhere between the sci-fi and then there's like a gap in the store where
Was there
people sit
Warhammer?
down. I don't think so. I remember. I mean, they always had like puzzles and like shit like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Now they have like all the Star Wars figurines.
Oh, now
have you
it's
seen
wild.
those Star Wars
Now
figurines?
it's wild.
It's like samurai, like Darth Vader
Oh,
and
you
shit.
bet.
Super badass.
Man,
Like really cool.
That's a community I've never tapped into, but they're there. But yeah, I had a gift card, went and spent
What did you
$3
get?
in tax. The Two Tower starter. It came with I don't know, probably 12 Riders of Rohan and maybe 36 Urkai.
Okay, now the question is, do you still have those miniatures?
Well, yes, I do remember, and they are painted. I mean, those things went years without getting any paint on them. I just played with that shit.
Well, it's your first set of miniatures,
Yeah.
right? And
I
you were
really
how
didn't
old?
even start painting those.
This is
things.
2003?
Yeah, I was
17 years ago?
16, 17 years old. That puts me at about
34.
young Gandalf age, 34. Yeah, there it is.
Right around Gandalf White?
Yeah. No. We're graying it up. We're early gray. We're early gray. I was so white. It was white before gray, you know?
Yep, peppered.
But then white again.
But then white again.
Yeah, that was it was great. I remember I got a funny story to tell about that.
Yeah.
All right.
First thing, I'm very excited that you remember your first miniatures purchase. I don't. I really don't. Yeah. I'm such a fucking maniac when it comes to purchasing things where it's like, I'm pretty sure my first miniatures was with you.
Yeah.
Had to have been.
If I had to make a guess, I'd say one of a couple of things. Maybe. I remember you buying Guild Ball. I feel like I talked you into buying some Guild Ball shit way back in the day.
I don't think so.
No, you did.
I have your book.
Yeah.
I have your Guild Ball book.
Well,
what did
you
I
bought
buy
some?
from
I don't know. You handed it off to me later on. You
Oh,
bought,
okay. If I handed it off, because I was like, I don't
think you have it anymore.
Yeah.
Man.
I might have.
I wanted that to be such a thing I wanted to do.
Guild Ball
and I never...
is cool, but it's not as cool as other things. I would have probably got into Blood Bowl over Guild Ball. But I think I did. I think you're right. I think I bought something at the fuck is that shop called that was over here?
Level Up.
Level Up, yeah.
Yep.
I think I bought some Guild Ball from Level Up to start.
Yep.
God, did I? I swear I bought Nurgle first. I swear that was my first.
It's very possible.
I've invested so much into Nurgle.
See, we had a hot moment where
Wait. Let's start this off at the beginning. Okay. So, Josh interrupted our lives with Magic the Gathering.
Oh, man.
So I played Magic when I was, I don't even know, 9, 10. I had hand-me-down Magic cards from a dude down the street. He was a buddy of mine. Matt, if he ever watches this.
shout out, Mel.
Dude, it was crazy because I remember sitting on my floor of my house with these hand-me-down shitty Magic cards, knowing full well that they're garbage. Nothing to shake a stick at. And I loved them. I loved them so much. I loved the art. I didn't know what the fuck they meant. I loved the mana. I loved the whole idea of them. And then that was it. That was all that happened.
Did you know how to play?
Never.
Nope.
Matt collected them, collected Pokemon. I tried to kind of get into the Matt. I tried to get into like the trading card with him, like all the, but it just never really, it just petered out. So, but then, God, I don't even know what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, how long have you been with Alan?
Back in 2015.
2015?
Robert and I, our paths crossed.
Yeah.
That's
so
that's
about
when
5 years ago, he got me, my cousin Keegan, Corey, Gus, you, me. We got into the cons, man. The cons was the thing.
Oh,
and
Lost
we
Ben? Yeah.
fucking had the time of our lives with cons. We spent hundreds and hundreds of hours.
You wanna talk about an arms race? I mean, our sole mission was just to beat the guy that beat us last.
It was rough, man.
Everything was geared towards just.
Yeah.
I wanted to introduce you to the game.
There was Ugin and
get you hooked.
Yeah.
And then make you want to quit.
It was a real burnout, but we had the money because we've been stockpiling for so long because we weren't doing anything. We were just fucking bored, not doing anything. And then Josh comes in and he's like, "Hey, guess what? Have you heard of Magic Gathering?" And we're like, "Yeah, what is that?
What's this about?"
And then we just started buying box after box after box after box, and it was amazing. It was so much fun, and building these decks. And then we had cons. Tournament where it was I'm not going to go over the names. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah. And there was some names. What was mine? Mardu You in the Butt was mine. I was Mardu.
We might have to stop there as the least offensive name.
What was it? It was Murder She Wrote, but it was
Mardu. No. It was Mardu She Wrote.
No, because I was Mardu You in the Butt. It was Murder She Wrote was in a different one. What was I can't remember. I don't even want to go into it because there was some really fucked up shit that we whatever. It was just
thrown
really
a lot of people.
It was just offensive. It was just a lot of swear words. Like, it was bad. Whatever.
100%.
I don't remember what they were. Murder She. There was.
I got them right on the dome. I don't even.
I know Azkaban. What were
Abzan?
Abzan, sorry.
Yeah,
not Azkaban. I'm Harry Potter.
Prisoners of Abzan.
Dude, it's like J.K. Rowling's a huge transphobe, dude. Like,
cow.
I did not expect that. I thought she was all for the fan fiction. I did not.
I thought she was hot before, but now.
What a bitch. Yeah, so that's what we got into. Cons was fucking fun. We had a ton of fun with cons. And then we fell into Origins.
That was
and
Origins
one of the
territory.
best pre-orders that we've ever had was Origins pre-releases.
Yep.
And everyone bought boxes, and we sat. There was 12, 13 of us. We sat around a table with a big bottle of Fireball or some shit.
I mean, what a time to be alive. We had a couple bottles.
God,
we were.
It was insane. Everyone who pulled a mythic, boom, had to take a shot. Everyone had to take a shot. Whoever pulled a mythic, everyone had to pull. It was amazing.
Planeswalkers were just raining from the sky.
Oh God,
was,
Chandras. I had like fucking 7 Chandras.
Say what you want, in retrospect about Origins as a set, but
Origins was great.
When you got
newcomers. We were a lot of newcomers too.
A lot of newcomers. When you got 10 of your really good buddies sitting around a table, everyone's got a fresh box of Magic cards.
Oh.
I mean, I can't remember a Christmas that outdoes. Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot involved when you open with a bunch of buddies. When you're cracking packs in like a group of 10 and everyone's drinking and you're having a good fucking time, it's insane. We had Sammy there. We had Keegan, you, me, Gus. Like, I'm going to name a lot of names off, but those people we're not doing this shit anymore, you know? So
Adam from around the way was Adam.
that motherfucker, like,
Shout out Adam.
yeah, man.
Build that chair, whatever you're doing right now.
Build that chair.
Build that
He
chair,
is a
dude.
furniture maker.
Holy
AdWords,
cow.
if you have a chance, take a look. Facebook, AdWords, building furniture. Tiny house school bus.
That's me typing his name into a Google search right now.
He is killing it right now.
Talented man.
But
Man.
yeah, I mean, you know, going from that to this, you know, we got all of the magic brought us to the hyper realism that you have to beat the opponent that you're playing. And a lot of us, Josh has always been the really cerebral one that's playing to win the game. We've always been, there's me, Gus, Josh, Corey, or not Josh, sorry, Corey, Gus, me. We've all been playing to beat the player. Josh always plays to beat the game. And, you know, even Ben does that too. Ben's a really good, we got a lot of these guys you're going to meet, you know, as we're doing this. But, you know, a lot of these guys, they play in a certain way, me included, or try to play the opponent, you know, let's say Josh is playing a white deck, you know, plains, and I'm playing black. So it's like, I'm all swamps. I'm going to try and kill his life gain as much as possible, or his white weenie, or whatever the fuck it is. But then all of a sudden I go against a blue-red, and it's like I'm destroyed.
Oh, you're outclassed.
Yeah,
so hard,
I have no chance because they're countering everything and burning the shit out of me, and I'm fucked by the end of the game. I'm you know, it's 10 minutes in, and I'm done. But I play against Josh, I'm gonna kick the shit out of him. That's never happened. Just to give you the heads up, that's never happened. I've never kicked the shit out of Josh, except for Ikoria.
On.
So we bought a box of Ikoria, and I stomped the shit out of him. We played, what did we play? 6 packs? 6 pack sealed?
We split a box, and out of...
It was 10 pack sealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of that, we set aside 10 packs each to open up, play some.
And then we
sealed
rebuilt,
stuff.
and played again. Boom, baby.
I mean,
That was the
I
only
feel
time
like
I've ever beat
you were
Josh.
like,
I was on.
were you 5-1 or 5-0 that
It
night?
was no, I lost once.
I think I won a game.
Yep.
I talked a lot of shit right before that too.
It was tough. Well, you were playing the shit out of it. Like
I've been playing
Josh
a lot.
played the shit out of Ikoria, and all I've ever heard, because I'm working with this game store right now at Lost is, so you know, I'm talking to these guys over there, and there's a guy, Ryan, at Mystical. These guys are awesome. And I'm talking with them, and Ryan just keeps talking about Ikoria and how fucking awesome it is, and you know, like Godzilla creatures and all this stuff. And then I talked to Josh, and Josh was like, yeah, there's Godzilla creatures. And I talked to another guy, and they're like, yeah, these cool fucking creatures. And I'm like, all right, this is the time to get back in. Because Innistrad was when I was trying to get back in. But that shit just sucked. It was just not there.
Well,
I didn't like it.
I mean,
Did you like it?
I like Innistrad. I don't like geometry monsters
Yeah,
infiltrating
right.
my Innistrad.
Like,
so
what really, really put a damper on me was the one before that. What was the big
it was the
squid monsters?
The Eldrazi set. right before
Eldrazi
that.
killed Magic
But
for
it was
me.
the set sucked. That's
Yeah.
kind of when I
Yeah.
kind of stopped caring about what the overall story was.
If they
in
would
Magic.
have backed Origins with Innistrad, I would have never stopped. I never would have stopped.
I mean, my favorite Magic set of all time is the original Innistrad. set.
Yeah, because it's so badass. It's Black Plague England. That's what
dude.
I always think, and it's so
Gothic
cool.
horror.
Yep.
Werewolves.
That is my favorite
Vampires.
horror.
Zombies.
Yep, it's the coolest shit. Zombie
All
deck.
of it is.
Like
All of it.
that is the number one deck for me is a zombie deck.
Yeah.
Anything like when we first started playing with Josh, the biggest thing we kept asking, we're like, can we just go to the store and buy any fucking cards we want and play decks? Because we didn't know what we were doing. And he was like, yeah, whatever. And he played like just fucking regular standard, and we'd be playing like Legacy and getting our asses kicked out fucking everything. But it was, you know, it's so fun. And I started building this zombie deck, and like, and then I tried to do this rats, cats, and bats deck, and like, I don't know that.
It's almost like that deck rhymes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, we're way off topic of Indomitus. We're supposed to go more in depth with this. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with 40K. Age of Sigmar is my game. Malifaux, Frostgrave, I really fucking love. Bolt Action's awesome. But yeah, 40K, I really want to get into this. I see that they have some bikers.
Oh yeah, you've got. Let me thumb a little bit here. We're looking at some Outriders, an Outrider squad.
6 power.
6 power.
So
That's one of those odd units of measurements. They don't want to give the codexes are not out right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Codexes are where you're going to find your point level. You know,
Yep.
how many points. All the
But you're saying there's
weapon loadouts that there are.
How many points of Space Marines right now?
We're looking at approximately based off of the older codexes and a little bit of guesswork, I suppose, about 1,005 points.
105 points.
105 points.
Real small army.
Yeah, you're gonna get one guy. No, you're looking at we're roughly 1,000 points for each army here.
Yeah.
No
There's
matter
a 10
how,
point difference, right?
no matter
Approximately.
how you look at this thing, yeah,
You're looking at
10 point
61
difference.
miniatures. That's fucking insane.
That's a lot of miniatures.
That's a lot of miniatures. What's a start collecting box usually? Like Nurgles, Necrons, they probably have a little bit more.
You're looking at roughly 20 miniatures.
20
Am I
miniatures
right?
for like a
What?
fucking $100.
Maybe 28
Yeah.
best case scenario,
And that's
maybe 18 worst case scenario.
At least
so,
$100 for a start collecting box. And that doesn't come with all this collector shit, the everything you need to play. I mean, you have the ridiculous part about this is you were even talking about the value of this box. And I'm not talking shit about like Games Workshop. I'm not like hyping them up because obviously they don't need the advertising. But like this right here, when me and Josh talked about Indomitus, it was literally I bought that Champlin, and you were like, "We're buying the fucking Indomitus box." I didn't even have to think about it. Was it like almost $200?
yeah, retail price this thing's about $200.
Yeah, that is a fucking good deal. That's 2 Let's Start boxes, but it comes with that Edge of Silence, comes with the collectible book, the Indomitus
and-
build sheet, and the kit.
And what you get in these
And 30 bucks
are way
each
better
miniatures.
than any of the start collecting boxes that I've seen. I mean, you're looking at 1,000 points. Those things might have 500 if you're able to stretch them out.
It's very cool.
For a couple $100, you're looking at probably close to $600 to $800 of value if you were to buy these pieces individually.
Yeah. Do they even sell all these individually right now? Like that big boy for the Necron, the War of the
There
Worlds
are
guy?
some new models here. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if everything is up for retail sales, so there is some speculation there. But based off of what other similar miniatures have sold for, even on a lowercase scenario there, you're looking at $600 to $800 for a couple $100.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why this thing has ultimately
What was the box?
exceeded all of its sales.
What was the box right before this? What was the big box? Oh fuck! What was it called?
The Nurgles versus the Space Marines?
Yes. What was that called? Dark
Wow.
Imperium.
Wow.
That was it. Dark Imperium.
We had
Jesus
to work
Christ.
for that. Anybody that just
I'm sorry. Dude, I got all of the Nurgle from Dark Imperium too. And Ben, I think it was Ben.
It was
I think
Ben. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
And we
You're right.
split there was dice in there. That was a whole box. That was a whole box. That had dice in it, that had everything in it. But you split it with Nate. That's who you split it with.
No.
Wasn't it? No. Or no, you split
didn't
Pelennor
split
Fields
it.
with him.
Yeah, I split the Pelennor Fields.
Pelennor feels for Middle Earth.
Fantastic value.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So Dark Imperium was great. I don't know why the fuck we went so hardcore on Dark Imperium. But Dark Imperium was a lot of fun. I put all those guys together. That was a great kit. I don't know about the Space Marine side, but the Nurgle side, the Plague Marines was great. That was my first start to 40K. Actually, that was it. That was my first start to 40K was Dark Imperium.
Yep.
And then I just went crazy. I got Mortarian. Jesus Christ. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I got Mortarian. God, did you get the orc truck?
Oh, I bought. I bought it.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I wasn't buying into that, because at the time I was collecting orcs. I thought orcs were the way to go.
Yep.
I don't know. Orcs are super cool. I have a hard time really just identifying with one faction.
You know what? Josh is going to tell us the faction he identifies with the most after this break.
Or like someone looked at me the way Josh looks at Robert, because I'm just like, it's hard.
Yeah, so we're back.
Yeah.
You know what I've been fighting for to Corey that I haven't told Corey is Lost Boys. Why do we not call ourselves Lost Boys? Yeah, we need to call ourselves Lost Boys. That's how I'm going to introduce. So next episode, we're going to do like WWF like intros. So he'll be like, here comes Adobe Dad.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be, but I'm going to have all the recordings. So
What we got? Oh,
there we go. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be like, that's the
magic dust.
That's the intro.
Yeah.
Dobie Dad.
Dobie Dad.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got on here. I think this is the scary one.
Here. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
There we go. Okay.
What's up?
Yep.
Quick little. Oh,
There it is. Yep. Okay, so there's two laughs. Oh, there's
an applause.
Applause and a laugh. Okay. So yeah, we're still figuring this stuff out. We're still going. Wow, that quarter died real quick on the camera. So yeah, back to the Indomitus box. Necron, Space Marines. We're gonna go for it. Have some fun. What's your paint scheme?
You know, I'm thinking.
They show a lot of bronze and like that kind of shit. Are you gonna go with the basic paint scheme, or are you gonna kind of change it up?
All right,
like
here's
cyberpunk.
Here's the deal.
Do some neon.
That's actually, I kind of like what you're saying. What I'm gonna do, is there's gonna be a can of lead belcher that's gonna be purchased, and I'm gonna spray the hell out of these things, right?
Yeah.
And then I think I'm looking for some really vibrant colors for the blades. I haven't settled on green, though they look real nice. And you can kind of see in their eyes, and I don't know, maybe, what is that, like a little data pad on the forearm there? And,
that's their teleport. They hit it, and then they...
I mean, maybe that stays green, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. We're just gonna get some metallics put down first.
Are you gonna do NMM, or are you gonna paint like literal like lead belcher? Or is lead belcher gonna be your like primer?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna prime these SOBs and lead belcher.
Do they have a spray can like that? Rattle can of lead belcher?
Yeah.
Where?
Just at retailers. At
really?
Stores.
The source?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another location that we support, is the source. They have some of our terrain. We're actually going to be restocking them pretty quickly here. The source is a great place to pick up stuff. Mystical Games in Eden Prairie is a great place to pick up stuff. I did not know they sold lead belcher in can.
Yeah.
Because I have a can of, oh my fucking God, garbage. That's what it's called on the can. It's called,
says that?
It's called, oh my fucking God, garbage. No, it's supposed to be a metallic paint.
Yeah.
But it's this small can, It's like this big.
Sure.
It's got a little tiny nozzle on it, and when you hit it, it sprays backwards onto your hand.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like,
That's
what
how
the
you know it's
fuck?
good.
And
Yeah.
it's like oil based. I took it and I sprayed it into a cup because I was like, oh, I want to paint some shit with this metallic color, and I didn't want to waste my lead belcher or whatever the fuck I had in bottles from Citadel. They were $23 a bottle. So I sprayed this shit into a fucking cup and I dipped my brush into it, started painting. Well, then I took that brush when I was done with it after like 20 minutes of painting a bunch of metal. I put it into a cup with a bunch, like 3 other brushes in it, and it saturated the whole fucking thing and saturated all the brushes, and all the brushes turned rock hard because it wasn't a mineral spirit. So if I would have known that, I would have put it into mineral spirits and I would have let it soak correctly. I lost 3 brushes.
Lesson learned.
I lost 3 brushes.
We lost 3 good brushes that day.
Fucking good brushes.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that's what happens. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm probably gonna blast those things with a coat of lead belcher spray.
Yeah. And then
I don't know how I'm gonna base these little SOBs.
because I'm looking at them and there's not a lot to do in this. I mean, they look like pennies. If I had to name the color, the color would be penny. A penny.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of metallics. There's golds. There's I see bronze, grays. There's things going on with it.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on it. You said cyberpunk, and I went
Yeah.
80s neon in my
Yeah.
brain when you said that.
How fucking cool would that be?
It could be very cool.
Yeah.
It could be very cool. There's a couple of color schemes I've seen floating around online that I would be interested in dabbling.
You could take his
But I will say,
Gorfek destroyer and turn a leg upside down like it's broken or something, and do some pink hues and really fucking, I don't know.
you want me to break my miniature? No, I'd like the idea again of being able to get these guys table ready real quick.
Yeah.
I think more importantly, paint scheme set aside from the Necrons, you got a lot of chapter options with these Space Marines, Bobby.
So yeah, I'm looking at them,
these
and
guys.
from the box. Oh,
Yeah. Careful.
all of his primed miniatures are in this box.
Oh yeah, every miniature I. You say box, I say pinata. You know.
All right, let's open this thing up. So yeah, I'm looking at different Space Marines on here. Ugh, let's get that shit.
Flip that thing around.
Here we go. So we got different chapters on here. I am in love with
What's the color scheme? Which one?
this one. I fucking love this color. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the green. I also like the red and white. Now, like I said,
I'll do some research while you're showing that there because I don't know if I can identify that one just off the top of my head, but
yeah. So from the beginning, I've never painted 40K miniatures before, and
look at this page.
but yeah, there is some really cool. See, I don't like. Yeah, there's a lot of really shitty fucking art in here too. There is some really garbage stuff, but there is some really badass stuff too. I almost want to go
I don't know.
Stormtrooper
Yeah.
because Stormtrooper would be really
You got a couple
cool.
options there. You got the white scars. You got the
Yeah.
Rift Stalker.
The Rift Stalkers is one that I was looking at. Without the yellow though, I would do red instead of yellow.
Yeah.
Just like pee and snow.
Yeah, PP.
I don't want to pee and snow. I really like the Scythe of the Emperor, but not the yellow. I would do red as his chest plate. That's kind of a tough one to see here. Let's take a look at it. Let's get a little in depth here. These are my boys that I'm going to be doing the NMM with. This is the start of my NMM career.
Wow.
Yeah, which is
Wow.
to focus too much. Oh, the Sons of the Phoenix is really cool looking. It just the name's throwing me the fuck off. The Sons of the Phoenix should not have a purple arm. Sons of the Phoenix should be red, right? I would
You
think.
can create your own chapter.
Shut up.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh. Can I name it whatever I want?
Of course.
The Bobby bathrobes.
The Bobby bathrobes.
I just, what I like is, the reason why I like Magic the Gathering so much is because every time there's a new set, it's a new story. Or it's an off branch of a story, but you don't need to know the old story. You can keep going. I wish they did it with 40K, where every fucking new set was a new story. Now I know that's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of pain. This one they did. The trailer, we watched the trailer right before this. It was awesome. It was awesome. What was the fan made one you were talking about?
Astartes.
Astartes?
Astartes. I'm so bad at enunciating my
I'm gonna look it up just to get the
Astartes. Adeptus Astartes. Astartes. Astartes.
Astartes.
No, there's an E. No, there's no D.
Is that it here?
Well, you found it.
I'm subscribing.
Well.
Astartes. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I have not checked it out, so I'm going to check it out later.
We're going to give you a live reaction right now to watching this
5 parts. Part 5 is 7 minutes long.
No, hold on. The whole goddamn thing, 1 through 5, is like 13 minutes. So
yeah, there's a 2-minute part,
no,
a 2-minute part, a 14-second part.
1 through 5.
It's 13 minutes long. Yeah. All right, I will watch that later tonight. I promise.
It's fine.
But I'm going to watch it right now. So Josh lives by it. He says it's amazing, and it's something I should definitely check out. So I will.
I thought it was.
Plus, I don't want to say it right now, and then
pretty good.
And then if you, you're fucking right, and then if you guys listen to it, I don't want to spoil all this shit. I don't want to be, part 1 minute and 26 seconds in. Oh my god, I came. It was amazing. This guy punched a hole in somebody's head. Spoiler.
I said that. I did that.
I said that. Yeah. So I mean, you got the Indomitus box, which is awesome. We were able to get it early. Which is really cool. We got the trailers, and we got the Astartes stuff. We told you exactly what we were interested in with what we want to paint. But yeah, we kind of went over everything we wanted to go. We will have separate mics next week. We might even might split this episode into 2 because this is a fucking long one.
Sure. No, that's all right, man. Give the people what they want to listen to, you know, and maybe they want to listen to this, maybe not. But let's talk about closing here.
Yeah.
Kind of what we wanted to do with the Crusade campaign, maybe.
Yes.
Back. We're gonna circle back.
Yep.
We're gonna circle back here to the Indomitus box, and one of the key features we like, especially myself, because I like the Middle Earth battle companies so much. I feel like Crusade is sort of the 40K version of that, to some degree, at least. And hopefully we can have a lot of fun with that. But we're going to over the next week or so, or as we are in between filming our next episode, we'd like to put together our armies. Hey, and start this Crusade campaign and really see and deep dive into what this system is about. The narrative play stuff seems really cool to me. Reading The Edge of Silence, if you will, the little the booklet.
My sex life.
The booklet that's included with the Indomitus set here that gives us the profiles and some lore. It kind of amped me up for that a little bit. So since Robert is playing the Space Marines, yet to be determined on what faction he's going to choose, chapter rather, and then versus the Necrons. Hopefully going forward, we might have some juicy stuff to talk about a little bit.
Yeah, for sure we will.
As far as that goes, just some gameplay things, and maybe have what the models end up looking like, so people can kind of follow. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We might even maybe change the rules a little bit, where there could be death of squad members and whatever. I know that you have to have certain members in a squad to be able to keep them out, but maybe we can mess with the rules a little bit, because I really don't understand why they didn't just steal the rules from battle companies and just apply it to 40K. Because battle companies, if you have not played it, is the best version of skirmish wargaming. It's so,
It's so good.
fun. It's so
good.
fun.
Yeah.
Building a warrior from nothing is one of the greatest things.
Yep. I mean, it's there are consequences if you
Yeah.
lose a hero or a non-hero or anybody in your battle company. They're gone.
Yeah, we've gone
And
through
you-
that.
you
Josh,
feel it.
You
Yeah.
lost like 4 guys in a night or some shit and quit playing that squad and changed to another squad because you lost so many guys. It hurts, man. It fucking hurts when
Yep.
you lose that shit.
And even with some of the balancing mechanisms that they put in that, you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it.
Yeah.
You lose a couple guys, and all of a sudden,
You're out.
You're
Out of the game.
whew,
And
yeah,
or you play against the dead and then you just lose every time.
yeah.
Nate.
Okay, Nate. That's another story for another time.
Yeah.
But we really appreciate you guys listening. If you did, we had a lot of fun making this. Hopefully that comes through the microphone into your ears and also on the video. One more time, I'd like to give a shout out to Line of Sight Terrain, or as I like to call them, Line of Sight Games.
Line
if
of
I'm
Sight
just
Games. It's
goofing.
not Line of Sight Games. It's Line of Sight Terrain.
Line of Sight Terrain. Check them out, and hopefully you'll hear from us real soon.
Yeah.
That's the idea, and we're gonna keep putting this stuff out.
We're gonna shoot for once a week.
Yep.
We're gonna shoot for once a week. If we can't make it, we can't make it. But we're gonna do our best to get once a week for sure.
Yep, and the
Every
the
time.
obligatory very end of the video, not beginning of the video.
Make-out?
It's make out
sorry.
session.
I read that wrong.
If you guys like what you're watching, go ahead and subscribe, click like, comment, all of that stuff. Probably should have done that sooner, but thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.